Hi everyone, welcome. It is ZTMD 1998 for our Raw. Well, this is technically a 5-point preview. I don't know if we'll get there that far, but so far it's a 4-point preview, and it's basically a review of last night's pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. Phil is with us. Say hi to the fans, Phil.
What's going on, guys?
Last night's Hell in a Cell was like really nice. It was good.
It was better than every other. It was better than. I think this is one of the best pay-per-views of the year so far.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's better. It was better than all the rest since SummerSlam. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. All right, so let's get right into it. Our first topic, we found out about midway through Hell in a Cell who is going to be fighting Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, and it is, to my shock and to a lot of people, John Cena defeated Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell.
We both picked Randy Orton.
Yeah.
By the way.
So, Phil, anything to say?
Well,
I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
John Cena impressed me that night. He really did. He kicked out of every RKO that Randy Orton gave him. He kicked out of many other moves that Randy Orton gave him with the DDT, and then the RKO from out of nowhere with the 5 moves of doom reverse. That was amazing. That was a great spot.
Oh no, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was a crazy move. I was like, oh, okay, Orton. Okay. Nasty Orton.
But it's not like we haven't seen the ending before. We've seen John Cena do the attitude adjustment from the second row from time to time again. If the opponent just does not want to stay down. So, yeah, I think it was a good match.
I thought it was a really good match. I think it was the best match on the card. I told Phil earlier today at school, I said it was the best match on the card. But I think Orton should have won, but maybe they're fixing up for Rollins versus Orton, and maybe they'll go with that. I hope they do, because that could be an amazing...
It could be a good feud.
Yeah. But, you know, John Cena versus Lesnar, I mean... It's been the last 3 times Brock Lesnar's fought in a championship match. He's been facing John Cena. I think this should be the last one, unless Cena wins the match and then Lesnar.
This is going to be number 4.
This would be number 4.
This next one's going to be number 4.
Wait.
I mean, this year too. Just only this year. This is going to be number 4.
When did he face Brock Lesnar the rest of this year?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules back in 2012.
That's right, he didn't face some Extreme Rules this year.
He faced
so maybe 3, I don't know.
Yeah, 3. He faced him at Extreme Rules after he came back after he lost to The Rock. After Cena lost to The Rock.
You know, that's right.
Yeah. Confusing
so
me there,
Phil. It's gonna be 3.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot.
This is number 3. But I think Cena should either lose the match and they should be done with it, or Cena should win and maybe they'll go on to a rematch with Lesnar and Cena wins that match. But I think this is over right now because you cannot have continuous pay-per-views where it's just Cena versus Lesnar, Cena versus Lesnar, Cena versus Lesnar. I mean, I just don't see it.
And if Randy Orton did win, I believe that would have been a really good match to see. Orton and Brock.
Yeah.
I think that would have been pretty good to see. But you know how WWE is with booking nowadays.
Alright. Rusev and the Big Show. Obviously, Rusev defeated Big Show last night, even though I did not see him tap out, but apparently he did. I didn't see that, though.
I think why the referee stopped it was because he passed out. I don't know.
Well, the commentators are saying he tapped out, and I was like, I didn't see him tap out. I was like, Big Show, his arms are like almost to like get out of the accolade, and you know. But anyway, Rusev defeats Big Show, and Mark Henry came out to try to cheer on his friend, and that didn't work out very well.
Wasn't really that surprising that Rusev won.
But here's the question, Phil. Here's the question. Does Big Show win this match if Mark Henry does not come out?
I wouldn't believe so.
No?
I didn't pick him to win, even if Mark Henry was to come out. I didn't even think Mark Henry was going to come out then. But I wouldn't have picked him to win if Mark Henry chose to not come out.
But the reason I'm asking this is because Big Show was in complete control before he came out. I mean, if you remember, he was in complete control, and then Mark Henry came out, and I'm like, oh boy, like, why are you like coming out here and not doing any? Or like, you have to stay in the back. Like Big Show do his work.
Speculating that after the match, Mark Henry was gonna like turn heel against the Big Show and like close on him. I'm like, why? There's no reason for that.
Yeah, not now. Not now. I think it will happen eventually, but not now.
Well, yeah, Mark Henry might turn heel soon, but I didn't think it was going to happen in Hell in a Cell. I'm like, why? He's helping the Big Show try to prepare for one of the biggest matches of his life for America Pride, and then after the match he turns on him? Like, no. I just didn't see that happening. And it didn't, so...
Alright.
I just... didn't make that much sense to me.
Now, for the Bella twins, obviously Nikki Bella won last night, and so now Brie has to be Nikki's personal assistant. Here's the question, Phil: what will Nikki make Brie do? Stunt double? What you gonna give up there, Phil? What, you gonna be their stunt double like they were with Damien Sandow and Miz? And that was the funny part of the night. Like, that was my comedy.
That was the funny part. We'll get into that in a little bit, too. We're pretty much going to get into some of the stuff, too, with other matches. But, you know, who knows? I mean, they had a nice little segment at the end there, where
Nikki poured
Nikki Bella was going to get in her car.
And she poured the smoothie on.
Had to get her a smoothie. But, of course, being the heel Nikki is, she pours it on Brie.
I think that's a good way to start out this. I mean, I think the Bellas did a good
way to start out.
The Bellas did a really good job there to have it start out that way, because it's like, what's in store for Brie? Like like it's something special now. But before we get to our last topic, we'll talk about Damien Sandow being the stunt double.
Now here's the thing. With that whole Damien Mizdow and that Miz thing at the end of the match with Sheamus for the United States Champion, and Bro Kick like came out of nowhere. That's how Sheamus won. And then he does the arm and he puts it down, does the arm again, shakes it, then puts it down. Okay. That was funny, but it really did not need to happen. I don't understand why Sheamus wanted to do that. Maybe because he's just trying to be a funny guy, but it was just not what, it was just not, it just wasn't
necessary.
Necessary. But when they did the YMCA, everyone in the crowd was getting into it. I was doing it. I was doing the YMCA thing. That was funny, but like I said, was not needed.
Yeah.
And, but now, I just want to ask you one question. Now, we all know that the United States Championship is not as prestigious as the Intercontinental Championship. Do you think that they should just scrap the United States Championship altogether, take that championship away, and just have the Intercontinental Championship as just the mid-card title?
If they're not going to go with Rusev winning the championship, then yes, that's what you should do.
Just get rid of the whole United States Championship.
If you are not thinking at this moment to give Rusev the championship, then get rid of it. Because it is basically that meaningless.
I totally agree with you on that. That's why I asked you that question, because I agree with that 100%. Because the United States Championship, no one really wants to hold that championship. Everyone wants to hold the Intercontinental Championship because of how many Hall of Famers. I think it was 12. 12 Hall of Famers have held that Intercontinental Championship, and
you think of the guys that have held that championship, the Intercontinental Championship. Guys like Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Bret Hart. Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. I mean, Jeff Hardy. I mean, all these guys held the Intercontinental Championship. These are the top superstars, and that's the stepping stool to get to become a world champion. It's not the United States Championship. But the United States Championship can mean something because it's the country's championship. And if you're gonna give the country's championship to somebody, who better than who's bashing the country right now? Imagine if Rusev was the United States champion. Imagine.
Now
that would be unbelievable.
That would actually give the championship not like a lot of prestige like the Intercontinental Championship.
It'd give it
never
meaning.
Gonna reach that, but
give it meaning.
Will go up there a little bit. It's not gonna skyrocket overnight. I can tell you that, but they should just kind of scrap it all together, is what I think.
All right, last topic, guys. Bray Wyatt came back last night at Hell in a Cell during Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Will we see an absolute brawl-out war tonight, or will we have to wait for Survivor Series to see the two demented minds go head-to-head?
Now, I do believe that they will go fisticuffs. Not tonight, but sometime during a Monday Night Raw before Survivor Series. I think these guys will either they won't have a match until Survivor Series, I can tell you that, but they will have some altercation with each other before Survivor Series. By altercation, I mean like fighting out, what Dean Ambrose had with Seth Rollins before Hell in a Cell, like that kind of altercation, not just them talking back and forth, like in an interview with Michael Cole, which by the way sucks. Yes, Michael Cole.
He does not suck. Michael Cole is the best.
I hate those interviews.
Michael
Cole are meaningless.
Michael Cole is the best.
I like Michael Cole, but
no, you don't. You just said you didn't. Michael Cole is the best. What, his interviews on Wednesday night with Triple H? I watch them all the time.
That Raw, they're almost meaningless.
Bro, Michael Cole, I'm a coal miner. I'm the biggest coal miner ever. Okay?
When they had that Bray Wyatt, Chris Jericho.
Those are no.
That was meaningless.
But that's not Michael Cole making it meaningless.
I'm talking about that. Those kind of things are meaningless. And if they actually have that, it's just going to be meaningless. Again, now, I love Michael Cole. I love it when he does the interviews with Triple H and everything. I am a coal miner. I just don't like it when he does those interviews with the superstars that just don't mean anything.
But that was one time, Phil. That was with Jericho and Wyatt. That was one time. You learn from it. They learned from it. They haven't done it since. Alright.
Anyway, they're going to have some altercation.
Yeah, well, yeah. Alright. Anything else to say, Phil?
I just want to touch on the Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell.
Which one?
It's Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins one.
Okay.
Now this feud is probably over, considering how Bray Wyatt attacked Dean Ambrose tonight. But that match was killer. That match in my mind was the best match on the card. They started on top of the Hell in a Cell, and then when they came down in the Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins falls. But may I just say this? When Dean Ambrose fell off the cell, that did not seem like he slipped or fell, like actually. Okay? That guy let go of the Hell in a Cell on purpose, and Dolphin dove right into the table. Okay? That guy, he did not fall just because Seth Rollins fell. He fell just for the heck of it. It's like, why does he get all the fun?
Alright.
Why does he get all the fun going through the Spanish announcer table? I want to go through one too. Whee!
By the way, guys, just letting y'all know that Seth Rollins is about to cash in Money in the Bank and win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because Dean Ambrose isn't focused on Seth Rollins anymore, so Rollins has basically an open door to cash in now. So, is the Authority making Bray Wyatt do this, or is this just Bray Wyatt?
I think it might just be Bray Wyatt, because what they needed to do with him, they did that perfectly. They needed him to get that heel back on his track by doing something crazy like that, and they did that in the perfect spot. But will we see the other members, and I'm putting other members in quotes because...
Don't say who it is.
Well,
don't say who it is.
I'm not going to say who it is, no. But I have heard that it's not being Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They're going to go on their singles run, and they're just not even going to be a part of the Wyatt family anymore. So, will we see those other two members tonight? We'll just have to figure that out and see. But they did that perfectly on how to get Bray Wyatt back into WWE, in my mind, and it was just like a great way to just get him some exposure again.
I totally agree. Alright, guys, thank you guys very much. Join us next week for the Raw 5-point preview again. Join me on Sunday at 4:25 for the Broncos-Patriots game on commentary on Twitch. The link will be in the description. And Monday, Alex will be with us to be doing the Colts and Giants game. So thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys have a good one.